Halls of 4 seasons lost. In Austin, I stalled, paused. My eyes crawled to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Throw dice and woes of life. Love deprived, looking to revive. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal chandeliers, motives reflected. Often mirrors a pit, click, running from ear to ear. Craving and raving the grain, rekindle the flame. Closer she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose. In paradise, we know what our worth is. In paradise, we manifest dreams. In paradise, truth is what you conceive.
Yes, it is. The truth is what you can see. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark, and today you know we're coming from Ned's Starlite Lounge. Oh, my God, loving us. Wings and Wings. What did I say? Wings and Rings Wednesday. Man, I'm going to get that right one day. I just don't know what it is with the tongue twisting with that because I went to Oklahoma State, not OU, so I should be able to speak correctly. I just don't understand what my issue is right now. But we are coming to you from one of my favorite places, Ned's Starlight Lounge. And if you've never been here, I just don't know what to tell you. It's one of the best places. I love this place. We come here quite a bit, and we'll be back to our normal thing where we're normally here Wednesday, every other Wednesday. One Wednesday we were Coco's, the next Wednesday we are here at Ned's, and of course last week that's where we were. This week we are here at Ned's Starlight Lounge. Like I said, one of my favorite places, and I don't know where my Ned sign is up here. It should be up in here somewhere. Anyway, we're over here on, there we go, Ned Starlight Lounge. There it is. I know I had it in my thing somewhere, but they're closed on Mondays, but they're open Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 11 to 12, Thursdays from 11 to 2, Saturdays from 11:30 to 2 a.m., and then Sundays, of course, 10:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. And if you've never been here for brunch, man, you are missing out. It is absolutely fantastic. And, of course, Wednesdays is Wings Wednesday. Every Wednesday, $1.50 wings. And then, of course, Thursdays is fried chicken, liver, and gizzards every Thursday with gravy. If you never had their gravy, oh, my God. And they're located at 7301 North May Avenue. You can call if you just want to call and check in and see what availability. You can call at 405-242-6100. Or for catering, if you've never had Ned's Catering, dude, I tell you what, unbelievable. They catered my birthday party a couple years ago, and I'm just going to tell you, cats, and it was absolutely fantastic what they did. But you can call for the catering information for 405-810-0208. That's 810-0208 for Ned's Catering, and I promise you, it'll be something that you will enjoy. It is absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to do my best not to be fired up because I was fired up last night watching the Thunder after the Thunder game on my After the Storm live stream, right, the post-game analysis. And I was pretty heated. I'll let you guys know I have been defending our coach for the most part. I still believe that he was not necessarily what we needed, but he was fine for now. And I'd go back to how he costs us 8 to 10 points every game. And you guys know if you've been following After the Storm, you know I've been documenting that. And last night is a perfect example of what are you doing? And a friend of mine coined him Eminem. He's a great manager of minutes. He does not manage the game, he manages the minutes. And it's frustrating to me because I like him. I like Coach D, I really do. But it seems like that he was perfect for what we needed when we were making the transition, but now he may not be what we're necessarily looking for. I'm a lot calmer now than I was last night because I'm sitting there and I'm watching the game, and it was 76-71. We're on a run, and you've got who did you have in there? You had Josh, you had Trey Mann, you had Lenny Waters, you had Oman Yuri, and I think it was Wiggins was the other guy. And we get a steal, and Trey Mann is coming down 3-on-1. It's like 8 minutes to go. He's coming down 3-on-1, and instead of taking it, pulling up and shooting a three in transition, which I'd have been fine with, or taking it to the basket, he tried to casually just float across the middle. Well, boom, gets the ball stolen from him, comes down, Auburn fouls, of course, non-contested foul on the way to the basket. That's 2 free throws for them, plus the ball. Now, at that point, the Miami Heat bring in Jimmy Butler. And I look over, and all of our starters are still on the bench. I'm like, what are you doing? That's momentum. This is a huge turning point in the game right now. This is a big moment. And instead of you doing something with it, what did you do? Nothing. It was extremely frustrating for me as a player, as a person who understands basketball, to know, okay, it's 8 minutes to go. There's a 5. We're up 5. That's a huge point. This is a huge turning point in the game. What are you doing? Why are you not automatically making a move? Substitute, putting the starters back in the game. They put their best player in the game, and you're not putting your best player in the game. And you left those same guys out there. What happens? Very next play, boom, foul, 4-point play. All of a sudden, scores time. Oh, excuse me, we're down 1. Just like that, bam. I'm going, what in the world? I just don't understand him. I don't know what he's thinking, but like a friend of mine said, he's a great manager of the game, or manager of minutes. He's not a manager of the game, and that's clear. But, my thing is this. Our team, the Thunder, I love our team. I love what we have to offer. I love our skilled players. We are the youngest team in the league. We have so much to offer, and it's just frustrating because I don't understand what he's doing. And it's not a knock against him per se, because I like him as a person. I think he's a very nice man. But, dude, in that situation, that's an automatic, you bring SJ in. It's the game. We're on national TV. We haven't been on national TV not one time this year. We're on national TV. They're missing 4 starters. And then on top of that, you start, you're in the beginning of the game. Why are you starting a G League player at the start of the game? We're on national TV. You start your best 5. You're still not starting Wiggins, who he's 7-0 as a starter, and he doesn't start. Now, I'm a former coach, and to me, if a guy is undefeated, that's what the starting lineup I'm going. I'm going over my best lineup every time. And we're on a national TV game, and you start a G League player. Really? This is the lineup you're starting with. And, of course, we never got in a groove after that. SGA had 2 points at the end of the first quarter. 2 free throws. He is your best player on your team. They're doubling, they're taking us completely out, and you have no answers. Then at the end of the game, you were up, 111, 106 at the end of the game. 53 seconds to go, and we get beat 112, 111. They outscore 6-0. Now, in the midst of that, we have the ball, and we run out of bounds play. You don't run out of bounds play to kind of get the score. We throw it across to Isaiah Joe. They double team him. He has no clue how much time's on the clock. Bad clock management, bad coaching all the way around. Then on top of that, they get the ball back. They come down. We foul. They score a 3 in transition, which you don't give up a 3 in transition. Wiggins. You stay on and make them drive to the basket. So now all of a sudden, they're up 2. We're up 2. Come back down. Kendrick Williams shoots a shot off the side of the backboard. And fortunately, he got called for a foul. A foul got called. Fortunately. How do you shoot it off the side of the backboard, Russell Westbrook? So that's what he shoots. It was very frustrating. Then, of course, he misses both free throws. And the problem is, at the end of the game, it should be in 2 people's hands, Josh Giddey and SGA. Those are your 2 best players. There's nothing against any of the rest of our players, but it should be in those 2 players' hands. That's where it should be. And it's just frustrating for me because they come down, he misses both free throws, we're trapping, we're still up 2. They're not screaming no fouls because J-Dub takes a pump fake of Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler goes boom, boom, and in, and 1 there, up 112, 111. How are you not screaming no fouls, no fouls, no fouls? Because at the least, the game is tied at the very minimum. And then we get the ball out of bounds, we call timeout, we get the ball at half court, then you can run and play. I don't understand that. I don't understand the first move, 76-71. Trey Mann is lackadaisical cutting across the lane instead of a 3-on-1 break attacking the basket. We foul them in transition. They get 2 free throws. You don't sub your starters back in until after they make the 4-point play. Then you substitute your starters. I, I just don't understand that. Then I don't understand how you don't run an out-of-bounds play. Then I don't understand how SGA and Josh Giddey don't have the balls in their hand in the last seconds of the game. Then SGA takes a fadeaway 3 at the end of the game. What are you doing? Total just meltdown at the end of the game. Now, granted, we are the youngest team in the NBA. And no one expected us to be 18-23. Now, the over-under was 26 until Chet got hurt. Then it moved to 23. Now, I said we'd win 31-33 games and 40 if we really played well, because what I saw at the end of the last year was a team that could win and surprise teams and get some games that we shouldn't win, but we got to beat the teams that we should beat, and the games we're ahead, we have to finish. So I figured that we were going to make that jump this year, and we have partially. But I said 40 wins was the maximum I thought we'd win, and everybody told me I was out of my ever-loving mind. Now, I don't believe that, but that's what happened. So, that being said, it was very frustrating to watch that game last night. I was very unhappy. I did not like what I saw at all. I was very, very pissed off about it, to be honest with you. Very, very pissed off. I'm a lot more calmer than I am today than I was last night. But here's the final box score. The Thunder lose 112-111, falling to 18-23. The Heat improved to 22-20. The Heat were 10 for 33 from the three-point line. We were at 9 for 35. Once again, we're not a three-point shooting team, and once again, we keep trying to shoot threes. I just don't understand it. I really don't truly understand it. And of course, field goal percentage, they shot 39%, we shot 48, 45 rebounds to 41, 60 points in the paint. Your pips, that's my favorite stat. 60 to 42. They had 19 turnovers, and I've said many times, we cannot turn the ball over more than 14 to 15 times. If we turn the ball over 18, 19, 20 times, we're going to lose the ball game. We just can't afford to do that. So that was extremely frustrating for me. So when you look at the Thunder stats for this year, we're averaging 116 points a game. Our opponents are averaging 116 points a game. So we're fourth in scoring in the NBA, and we're 23rd in defense. Field goal percentage, we're 21st at 46%, and we're 11th and are allowing 46% for opposing teams. We're 12th in three-point percentage at 33%, and we're 20th giving up 35%. What have I said all year long? Don't allow wide open shots. Assists, we're 19th in the NBA, and our opponents are 12th. Points in the paint, we are 4th, and we're 25th, giving it up. That's really good. Is it? No, it's not good. Assist to turnover ratio, we're 17th as far as how many assists we make, how many turnovers. But we are number 1 in what we give up in assists compared to turnovers, because we are the number 1 defensive turnover team in the NBA, which is the only reason why we've won this many games, because how can you be 23rd in points given up? You are 20th in three-point percentage. You're dead last in defensive rebounding, but you have almost a winning record at 18-23. That's because that one statistic right there, the assist to turnovers, we lead the NBA in that, because what happens is you get the turnovers in the right situations where you get a nice run, you can score, and you can win games, and that's exactly what the Thunder have done thus far in order to get in games and stay in games and win. So overall, I'm going to say that I'm so excited that we have a team that's now competitive again, because we went through a couple years there, it was ugly. But now we have a competitive team. I'm excited about our team. We have an NBA All-Star in SGA. We have a budding NBA All-Star in Josh Giddey. And then we have some role players. But the two things the Thunder need, shooters and an inside presence. Now, let's say the fact that Poku is hurt, Robinson Earl is hurt, so that does not help us at all because our two big men are both hurt. Excuse me, and Chet. So our three big men are all hurt. So that does help us or hurt us. But at the same time, Robinson Earl is really not a rim protector. Poku semi is, and we don't know what we got in Chet yet, and we won't know until next year. And like I've said many times, the Thunder shouldn't do anything right now. Don't go out and make any trades or whatever. Just stay where we are. See what we have next year when Chet comes on. See what kind of impact he's going to make. Then make a decision on what you need after you see what Chet does for half a year. Do we need to add some other presence? Do we need to let it go? What do we need to do? That's kind of how I look at it for the Thunder and Chet next year. So, oh man, that was a mouthful. I hope I didn't run these people off next. I hope I didn't run these two guys. We have a nice couple over here next to me to the right here in Ned's. I hope that's not Coach Dagnot's parents or anything like that. I'd feel terrible if I did that. But, oh well, I can't help but speak the truth because that is what we do here on the Unpopular Hour and on After the Storm. But I'm a lot more calm than I was yesterday because I was on fire. Oh, I was hot last night. Anyway, here are the NBA scores from last night. The Pistons were smoked, and I mean smoked, by the Sixers, 147-116. I talked about the Thunder losing to the Heat by one. That's one that we should have won. Hopefully we'll be on TV again. The Hornets, 120. The Raptors, 132. Toronto took care of business there in Toronto. The Cavaliers, 114, losing to the Jazz in Utah by 2, which was a good game. And Donovan Mitchell, I wonder what kind of reception he got coming back home to Utah. I bet it was ugly. Suns 126, Golden State 113. Golden State got spanked at home. I saw that game last night. Steph Curry's first game back after injuring his shoulder. I thought that Golden State would put up a better showing than that, but they're just a dumpster fire right now. They truly, truly are. Magic and the Blazers, wasn't a lot happening there with that either. I thought that the Blazers are they're a sneaky team to me. They really, truly are. I don't know how to describe them other than they're sneaky. They really, really are a very sneaky team. But anyway, they took care. The Magic lost to the Blazers 109-106. I just don't know. They're still one of my favorite teams. I just don't understand them. I really don't. Then the Mavs, of course, 101. The Clippers, 113. The Clippers just spanked them hard last night in L.A. And Drew and I thought that they would have a better showing than that, but apparently it was not in the cards. And then, of course, NBA games today. You have the Bulls and the Wizards at 6 o'clock. The T-Wolves at Detroit. The Pelicans at the Celtics, which ought to be a pretty good one. I look forward to that, see what they do. Zion does there in Boston. Pacers at the Knicks. Your Bucks against the Hawks. Drew's Hawks against the Bucks. I think the Bucks should come in and handle their business, but we shall see. Spurs, Grizzlies. I don't think that's going to be very close. I think the Grizzlies will take care of business. And then, of course, you have the Rockets and the Kings at 9 o'clock in Sacramento. And that's where my family lives, and I'm just not a big fan of Sacramento, but it is what it is. Suns and the Nuggets at 9 p.m. to round everything off. So, that being said, I want to let everybody know we are here at Ned's today. And one of my favorite places to go to eat. And if you haven't been here, it is fantastic. Ned's Starlite Lounge, of course, is what I'm talking about. I am wearing their gear right now. They do have hats and pullovers to wear. Some people had asked me there at Santa Fe, hey, did Ned sell clothes? I said, yeah, they do sell clothing. And I think they just ordered some more. I need to ask Ned and Lindsay since they're both here right now. But it is Wednesday, $1.50 wings. And then, of course, every Thursday is fried chicken liver and gizzards. Fried chicken, liver, and gizzards. I need to fix that. So we know there's a separation there every Thursday. And of course, they're closed on Mondays, but open Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 11 to 12, 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. Excuse me. Thursdays and Fridays, they're open 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. Saturdays, 10:30 to 2 a.m. And then Sundays, 10:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. And if you've never had their brunch, oh my goodness, it is absolutely fantastic. You can call for catering at their catering is fantastic. They catered my birthday party at Cats. It was amazing a couple years ago. Anyway, you can contact their catering at 405-810-0208. That's 405-810-0208 if you want to do that. They are just, oh man, it's great food. If you haven't been here, you are totally missing out. So I want to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, Collaborative Logic, and everything they do for us and Russell Wilford. If you have any needs for any computers or software written as far as websites designs or anything to make your office run more smoothly, those guys over there are fantastic. And the thing I love about it, anytime I have an issue, they can just remote in and fix everything that needs to be fixed for that remotely. It's a fantastic option to have. SRB, you have an engineering, surveying, or planning. Mark Long is the dude to talk to there. If you have any needs for any trucking, big rocks or dirt to be moved, he is your man, my guy. Of course, I'm talking about Jose Fierro in Oak Grove Trucking. He is the dude. He's one of my favorites. He's crazy, even though he's a Broncos fan. We have to feel sorry for him, but because he's a Bronco fan. Oh, man, I feel bad about that. But anyway, Nafco, Greg, and Max Nafee, appreciate everything they always do for us. They are fantastic with their sponsorships have been doing and supporting everything I've done over the years. And then last but not least, YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender, member of the FDIC. And they're also our sponsorship for our remote live streams for black, minority, and women-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. In addition to that, if you have any needs for any loans, I suggest you pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Go ahead and pre-qualify, get all set up, ready to go, and then you can go in and see Joe Horn, Nathan Taylor, Carson Wright, or you can go in and see him if you want to, but it's easier, man. It's all done. You walk in, boom, sign your name, get a check, or they can deposit it right there into your account, which is the way that I like to have it done when I go get the loans from them. So they are fantastic. They have 5 different locations for you, so if you want to go to different places, they do it. They're not only just in Yukon, they are in more. That would be Mustang. Randy's going to kill me for that one. I already know he's going to beat me up for saying that. But they have multiple different locations depending on where you want to go. Like I said, they're at 401 Elm in Yukon, which is the one we always go to. That is the main bank. Or you can go to the YNB East, which is 235 South Yukon Parkway. They're in Yukon. Or the YNB Mustang in Mustang at 218 North Mustang Road. Or YNB Parkway, which is on Garth Brooks Boulevard right there off I-40. And then, of course, my bank is YNB Peoples. They're in Oklahoma City. That's the one I always go to because it's just easier and more convenient for me to get to because it's there in Oklahoma City. I can just, boom, get there on 23rd and be right there. So I really like it. For me, I prefer that location. That's just me and the one I like. I've turned it up now that these people have left. I felt like I didn't want to be too loud for them right there next to me. I didn't want to blow them out with our speakers. And plus, the rap music that we were playing earlier. I know some people are not fans of rap music. I am, but not everyone are fans of that. So we had some Big 12 games last night. Of course, our Cowboys played and the Sooners played. Both of us played last night. Well, let's say both of us had games last night. I don't know if any of us actually played. It doesn't seem like any of us played last night. The Cowboys on the road and the Sooners both on the road. OU, of course, falling to KU. They gave them everything they wanted, but it was ended up being a good game, and it always is close there in Allen Fieldhouse. Bill seems to always struggle against OU and OSU, and I don't know why, but he tends to always struggle against both of us. Texas Tech getting smashed at Iowa State in Ames, one of my least favorite places to play. Have never won a game there. Maybe that's why it's one of my least. Maybe that's one of my least favorites since I never won them. Anyway, smoking Texas Tech by 34, which is weird. Something must have happened in that game. Then, of course, we lost at number 11, Kansas State, 57-65. And Drew even said, Drew Henthorne, my guy from HuskerDrewPicks.com, even said how tough it was going to be for Oklahoma State to try to get a W there in Manhattan. So, tough place to play. I had to hear from my guy. Of course, he had to send me a message about how his team, the Kansas State, beat us. And I'm like, dude, we split last year. Y'all beat us this year. We beat y'all last year. Quit tripping, okay? You got the W. Just take it and then move on. And, of course, tonight we have two big games. You have Baylor, well, you have one big game. You have Baylor against West Virginia. And then, of course, the big game will be TCU, number 17th ranked TCU, against number 10 ranked Texas at Texas. So that ought to be really interesting to see what happens in that game. Texas, of course, is a tough place to play. So we'll see what that is, but it's a very tough place. Sorry to play. And then, of course, on Saturdays, you got West Virginia at OU. So you OU fans, go out and support your Sooners. They're at home in an 11 a.m. game. And then you've got Kansas State at TCU at the next game, number 11th ranked Kansas State against number 17th ranked TCU. That ought to be a good one in itself. And then Iowa State at KU. Man, that's going to be a good one because two ranked teams going at it once again. And then Oklahoma State travels to Waco to play Baylor on Saturday at 5 o'clock. And I wish I could go to that game, but I'm not that close to Waco. I take that back. I'm not very close to Waco on Saturday. Texas Tech playing at Texas. So we'll see about Texas. Has got a couple big games. They got TCU tonight, and then, of course, they have Texas Tech on Saturday. So they've got some huge in-state rivalry games coming up. So that'll be interesting to see what happens with that. What was that? That's my guy, Drew. Is that you, Drew?
Yes, sir.
I thought you were coming in.
Happy hump day.
I thought you were coming in.
I am here. I'm here. I'm on the phone.
Oh, I thought you meant coming in.
Oh no, I can't make it out there today.
Okay.
I got a sick little one I'm tending to today.
Oh, which one? Amelia?
Little Faithy.
Oh, Faithy. Oh, that
Faith.
little cute baby.
Faith woke up with a little 103 this morning. So.
Oh man.
Ooh.
That's not
Hey,
good.
boys, I just jumped in here too.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
But she's been milking it all day. So.
Of course she has. Now, hey man, we got I got your stuff here right as I was pulling in the Neds, and I got your picks up. Your first one, you got the Grizzlies tonight, minus 11. Minus 13 and a half.
Yeah, Jaw's coming back tonight supposedly, so we will see if that sparks a little fire. And then plus the other night they just played them 2 nights ago, so I look for Memphis to bounce back a little bit, cover the spread tonight. Jaw should have a big game. Place should be rocking.
Yep. The Hawks plus 4.5.
Yeah. Yeah, they're taking on a Bucks team who's kind of struggling a little bit lately. Hawks usually play the Bucks tough. That's a TNT game, so I look for that to be a good game.
Will it be as good as the TNT game last night?
Well, yeah, too bad the whole city of Miami missed it. We looked like it probably could have gone to the game for about $5.
Yeah, they didn't have a lot of fans there, did they? They had zero respect for Oklahoma. But I bet you they will now Thunder gave them
Yeah,
all they wanted.
I was pretty irritated. I mean, not only do they not call it jump ball, but there's a foul before that. I would have let Miami cover the spread, but I digress.
Yeah, you're worried about the spread. I'm worried about the game. Suns and Nuggets over 226.
Yeah, Suns coming off played last night. I don't look for a whole lot of defense to be played in that game. Um, Nuggets are a bad matchup for the Suns. Nuggets are a bad matchup for everybody, but Suns aren't very deep right now, and I look for the Nuggets to score at will, and the Suns they'll get some points, but the under is my play on that game.
Yeah, especially
I mean the
since
over. Sorry.
especially since the Suns spanked Golden State at Golden State last night.
Yeah.
Uh,
So then they had to travel into Denver tonight. So
yeah,
we'll see.
You got Bulls Wizards over 228.5.
Yeah, both of those teams, they like to get up and down the floor for whatever reason. The Bulls and Wizards usually have high scoring games. 9 of the last 10 have gone over. So I like that game to go over the spread.
You have the Longhorns, do you tonight? You like them? At
I do.
TCU?
That's one of my favorite games of the night. I think with Beard being gone, and they can actually focus on basketball and kind of rally around the new coach. That's a tough place to play. TCU historically doesn't play well at Texas, so we'll see what happens there. But I look for Texas to play well tonight.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. They need to get back on the roll again. Arkansas.
Well, and they've had the Beard deal hanging over him for a month, and he's finally gone. And I think that everybody knew he was going to be gone. And I think
Drew. I'm sorry, we never did talk about that, but that was ridiculous. What was he doing, man?
Yeah, he's hothead, dude. He's country boy hothead, choking his wife or whatever he was doing.
I know
something you can't do.
You can't do it, dude. What are you doing?
Yeah, can't do it.
I mean,
yeah, it's a sad situation all the way around. He's a very talented coach, and not only sad for the victim of the crime, but just sad for the whole family. I mean, had a big time career ahead of him, and now he's going to be lucky to be coaching El Reno Junior College.
If that, I don't know if you can do that. I mean, I just don't putting your hands on a woman. I just don't understand it, so I'm not going to even try. Arkansas, you got to pick them.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Razorbacks down there at Barnhill, and that's a tough place to play. I think they'll play well tonight. That's a big time game. I think it's on ESPN. It's their main game tonight. They got I do believe Billis is calling that game, so I look for that place to be rocking and rolling in there tonight. And I'll take Arkansas in a pick 'em at home.
And I haven't got to the crazy pick, but you got Indiana plus 2.5.
Yeah, road dog there. It kind of seems like a bad line. I really haven't watched a whole lot of Penn State this year, but I've watched Indiana, and they're tough. Indiana can go. They got good power presence down low. They got good backcourt. They're deep. They can shoot the ball. Unless I'm just missing something there, but I like Indiana catching that short line.
And your favorite team, the Duke Blue Devils, -8. Oh, no comment, huh? Hey, Ben, he went dark on me. What happened, Ben? Oh, there you are. I said your favorite team, the Duke Blue Devils.
Yeah, I don't very rarely do I play the Duke Blue Devils. But,
very rarely do you play Duke.
They have been riding a struggle bus lately, and I look for them tonight to get healthy at home, play some good defense. They always shoot the ball better in Durham, so that's a short line too at home. They'll get a couple calls down the stretch. That's a late cover.
Then, of course, you already started in with the Cowboys. We were going to talk about that and all the different the lineups for this week because we talked about this is our mid-season, I guess, or our midweek picks. The Seahawks and the Niners the Niners are -9.5. Isn't that a lot?
Yeah, I'm gonna bump that up and order me some Geno's pizza.
Oh my God!
Plus 10.5. Tough to beat someone 3 times in 1 year. Divisional rivalry in the playoffs. Pete Carroll coaching on the sidelines. Give me Geno's pizza and a large pepperoni slice.
What about you, Ben? What about you, Ben?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the meat lovers for that one. I'm gonna do that plus 9.5, but I'm gonna take the Niners on the money line. Obviously, if we're going picks wise like that, but I'm gonna go Seahawks with those 9.5 points. I don't see them beating them by that. They're a playoff team for a reason.
Really? They're a playoff team because the Packers got beat. That's why they're a playoff team. So
no, it's because the Suez Canal cleared up and Geno's got started up again.
Geno's Pizza's, dude, it's
Just
over.
Can't shut it down.
Shut them down. Hey, Geno's Pizza's over with. Y'all tripping. They're closing that deal. They had roaches. They found roaches. And then
I don't think so.
Found roaches, man. That pizza's done. The Chargers, Jaguars. How are the Jaguars +2? I mean, excuse me. The Chargers -2.
Well, that's what you call a short line at home, and that's Vegas trying to get everybody to bet on the Chargers and the Jaguars. I'm telling you, don't sleep on them.
I agree.
They that defense can play, and the Chargers are banged up right now, and everybody's just counting on Herbert to go out there and light the Jaguars up. I just don't see it happening. If the Chargers get by the first round against the Jaguars, they're going to be dangerous because they're going to get healthy.
And they have the Chiefs next.
If they do not, and they always play the Chiefs tough, if they do not come in there and try to run the ball, if they allow that quarterback just stand back there in the pocket, and he's going to be running for his life because Jacksonville can get after the quarterback. They're young, and if that place is going to be rocking, I'm going to take the other side and take the Jaguars money line in an upset.
Oh, nice. I like it.
Yeah, the Jaguars +2, so that's what you're doing. What about you, Ben?
I think I'm actually going to go the same way. Trevor Lawrence has been incredible the last couple of weeks, and I love the fight in him. He's got, he's got some swagger to him. I like the way that he's been playing. I think he's just, the whole team has caught fire at the right time. Everything's going right for him right now. That defense is playing well. I like them with the +2.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Niners. I believe I'm with y'all and the Jaguars, so we're all in agreement on that. Sunday, Dolphins and the Bills. Bills -13 now that Tua is not playing.
Yeah, I like the Bills in a walk. It's going to be cold. Dolphins road ends here. Bills rock.
They're playing their third team. They're playing their third string quarterback.
Yeah, 38-10 Bills. It's going to get ugly.
Yeah. What about you, Ben?
Yeah, I also got the I'm going to go the Bills right here. I think they're going to beat them by 20. I think they're just going to absolutely beat the crap out of them. So we'll see how it goes. But, I mean, they're all playing on emotions too right now.
Yeah.
DeMar got released, all that crap. So they're going to be grinding right now.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that here in just a little bit. I'm with y'all. I'm taking the Bills as well. Giants versus the Vikings. The Vikings -3.
Everybody in the world on every sports talk show, all over Twitter, all over Facebook, everybody's just loving them some Giants. But, fortunately for a guy like me, I've watched the Giants just absolutely stink it up for the last 10 years. So give me the Purple People Eaters -3 at home, take care of the Giants, and send them back home.
I absolutely agree. I know we're all on the same side on a lot of these, but I like the Vikings as well. I think their wide receiver core is too good. That the Dalvin Cook in the back there, that defense is looking pretty strong too on the DB side. They're looking really good. So I like them right now. Kirk Cousins, hopefully he can just take care of business.
I'm not a big Kirk Cousins fan, even though he's getting ready to get paid again.
Yep.
Which just blows me away. Stealing money.
Smart businessman right there.
Lucky. Anyway, Ravens versus the Bengals, -8. Lamar has not practiced again. He's just saying I'm not playing. That's what he's decided.
This game is scary if you're the Bengals. You just played them, and it was close, and hence a fumble in the last 2 minutes. That would have been a 3-point game because the Ravens are going to go in and score, and I think that game would have been a lot closer than what the scoreboard shows. I can tell you that's a bad draw for the Bengals. I think the Bengals might be playing the best of any team right now, but 8 is a lot.
That's a lot.
I'll take the Ravens plus the 8 points.
Ben?
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, who's even playing quarterback? Anthony Brown again over there?
I think they're playing Huntley. I think that's why. I think they gave him one more week of rest, knowing that he that
they were going to be in no matter what.
Yeah.
Didn't really matter.
Huntley can play.
Yeah, he can.
No, yeah, I like Huntley. I mean, if we're going on, I think the Bengals will win the game, but I think I would take the points, the 8 with Drew over there. I like the +8. I think, like you said, going back to back on the same team, that's just very scary. Even with Andrew, they only lost by 11, so you got to think that Huntley's worth at least 3 or 4 points right there.
I think,
And I mean they got the best kicker and it's ever been
history.
born to
Yeah,
Tucker. Yeah, so I mean. So you got him. I think he's going to drill a few, and they're going to keep it a little close. I think, but I think the Bengals will still win. But I like the Ravens with the points.
If Huntley plays, I think that they beat the Bengals. That's what I think.
If Huntley doesn't play, then I'm all over the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm still taking the Ravens and the points, but I think the Ravens will win if they do. And then of course, Drew, his pick, he had the Cowboys -2, and I hear they have the Buccaneers +2.5. Now, Drew, you took 2.
Yeah,
you took the hook off.
I'll take the hickey off. I'll pay the juice to take the hickey off there. But number one, I'm not gonna bet against Dallas, but because it's gonna be a homer. It's gonna be a homer pick. Let's just go ahead and get that right on out. But Dallas, they should get after the quarterback, and they get Biotic back this week. They get Van Der Esch back this week. They get their cornerback.
That's
back
huge.
This
Van Der
week.
Esch is huge. Getting Van Der Esch back.
They should get healthy. The Buccaneers' offensive line is terrible. They have no running game. So I look for them to put pressure on Brady and hope that game is not within a touchdown in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
So,
I think that. Go ahead, Ben. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. I was looking. I mean, Vita Vea is all questionable. Julio Jones questionable. Mike Edwards questionable. Mike Evans questionable. I mean, Jensen's just now coming off. I mean, with all their injuries right now, I like the Cowboys in that as well. I think they'll win by. Go ahead.
First quarter of that game's the biggest 15 minutes of the year for Dallas. Yep. They come out and go 3 and out.
Or if they fumble the ball again, or Dak throws a stupid pick. Then
they need to come out, run the football, and they've got to put pressure on Brady. They cannot. They just got to
frustrate him.
Back. Yep.
They just got to frustrate him. If you frustrate him early and keep it with it, get a 10-point lead and just hold that, you're good.
You guys will be getting an invite to the Brady retirement party over my house Monday night. So be looking for that coming.
Perfect.
We're going to do a little Tom Brady retirement party.
Can't wait. Yeah, that's funny. Okay, now. In NFL news, we're going to do this, and it says the NFL denies reports that they gave teams 5 minutes to warm up. ESPN stands by its comment that the teams canceled the game, not the NFL. It took the NFL 66 minutes. 66 minutes to cancel the game.
We're all accustomed to the games not being canceled like that, right? So I think that the guys just were staying warm just because – they felt like there's no way they're going to cancel this game because how often have they ever done that? They've never done that, right? They've done it because of weather, but they've never done it because of an injury. Like they never just stopped a game. So I think all the guys and that's probably the NFL's fault for making us all conditioned to just knowing that the game's going to stop. But I think that was a different story. So I don't from what I saw, Burrow just went and just wanted to stay warm. That was it because he didn't know how long it would be, and nobody's ever seen a game stop before. Okay, so that's what I think.
So I do agree with that somewhat, but what is a very telling sign, which makes me think the NFL is full of crap, is they basically came out and said that they were going to give the Bills a lot of say in where this game was played, if they had to go on the road, if they got to play in a neutral site, and the only reason they would do that is if they took it upon themselves to cancel the game. If the Bills came out and said, hey, we don't want to play, this is why, then I don't think that they would have been as forgiving. I don't think they would have been saying, hey, we're going to play this game on a neutral site. I think that they would have made them play at Kansas City. But if the NFL cancels the game, well, now they're going to let the Buffalo, since they beat Kansas City earlier in the year, have a little say in this and give them a little freedom and let them play on a neutral site instead of having to go to Arrowhead for an NFC or AFC divisional round.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, all I know is that when we're all listening to the broadcast, Joe Buck said that the teams were going to get 5 minutes to warm up. And the Bills.
Yeah, he did say that.
He did say that. He did say that. And the NFL says that was never said. And the ESPN and people are like, yes, you did. Why would we say that? And then on top of that, The Bills are the ones that canceled that said we're not playing or we're not playing
Yeah,
anymore.
they just ran in the locker room.
They said we're not done. Well, after that ambulance went off, both coaches looked at their players and said, "There's no way these guys aren't." They're crying, and Diggs was
kudos to both those coaches.
Yeah, Diggs was already in the locker room.
Yeah, no, he was
already in the locker room taking a shower. So,
yeah.
Well, and Matt, to your point, it could be, the snowball rolling downhill, without lack of a better euphemism, is
I agree.
Once it got to that point, well, then we're not going to bring him out. We've been in the locker room for 45 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Now we're not. Now there's no way we're coming back. How are we even going to start this game? We got guys puking and crying and beside themselves. We got family members in the locker room. We got all this chaos going on, and now you take the high road and you don't play.
Let's fix this PR nightmare. Yeah.
And what's happening? Let's be honest, fellas. What's happening is you got some people in Kansas City that aren't real happy right now that they may have to go play a divisional playoff game in Green Bay or in Vegas or wherever they end up. Green Bay's on the short list because it's going to be cold.
Yeah, no, I saw they're going to Atlanta, and then New Orleans is the backup right now, and they were trying to go to Indianapolis, but I guess there's a volleyball tournament that same weekend already scheduled.
And Lambeau Field is on there too. And
it is.
They're saying that's on the short list because
that'd be sweet.
The cold weather game
for both of them. For both of them.
I know Buffalo didn't want to travel west, and Kansas City didn't want to travel east. I know that. Like they're trying to find something in the middle. So I think they were trying to go for something with a dome. That's what I was reading at least.
Well, a dome would suck. To me, a dome is just not the same.
To me,
I know.
Go play. To me, I think you go put it in the Rose Bowl, play it outdoors in beautiful weather, and let's just get it on. I mean,
yeah, I like the Green Bay idea though. That'd be sweet, but that's just a long travel. Buffalo wouldn't want to do that.
No, Buffalo, they're not going to travel to Wisconsin. That's a long drive, a long flight.
But that'd be sweet. That'd be the most relevant, I guess.
And then, of course, DeMar
Hamlin. It's just all crazy. It's just like we talked, Matt. Football isn't fair. It's not fair. Life's not fair.
Nothing's fair.
It just sucks that it happened. And you know what? I don't know. I don't know that I agree with this neutral side thing. I think the game should be played in Kansas City. I think that's just the way. I think you're punishing a fan base, and for they to have anything to do with it, the chips fall where they may.
Yeah.
Well, the Chiefs agreed to it. The Chiefs agreed to it.
I know. Sure. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you got to. I mean, you can't.
What are you going to say? What are you going to say?
They're going to come out and say, no, hell no. Buffalo's going to be like,
we're playing at home.
Your ass. So I don't know. I think the NFL can make lemonade out of lemons if they just do it right. You know what I mean? Just do it right. Put it in a good spot where everybody. I like the idea of New Orleans. They're a great host city. Go down there, play in the dome. Let everybody get loose on Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
And both teams love it down there as well.
Yeah,
exactly.
But that would be a home. That'd be more of a benefit to the Bengals than it would the Bills because Joe Burrow, that's his stomping ground.
It's the Bills and the Chiefs.
No, yeah, Bills and Chiefs.
I know that, but I'm just saying that it would have been more of a benefit for Burrow. Yes, I understand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I just
don't think Bills Mafia won't roll out to New Orleans.
Oh yeah, they will. Oh my God.
Oh, imagine all the tables broken in all those bars.
Oh my goodness, dude. That would
might just be fun just to be an outsider and just go down for that. That'd be a fun game. Those two fan bases.
Dude, how about this? NFL is announced. NFL announced.
Maybe we can get Matt. Maybe we can get Matt Moyer to take us, Matt, and take us down there on his private John Deere.
You're bad. Private John Deere. Oh, Moyer, I hope you didn't listen to Drew. He's
love you, Matty Mo. Love you, Matty Mo.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's our boy. But DeMar's got released, so he's back at home doing his rehab, which is a good thing.
That's awesome.
And so I'm happy about that. On the other side of that, Tua, do you think his career's over with?
Well, it could be. It could be. I mean,
he still is not cleared. It's been 3 weeks.
And the NFL's not gonna step in, and because then they'd be going back on everything that they said that happened. So, but if you're him, you got to take an honest look at it because I've had.
Yeah, you got to take a look in the mirror and talk to your doc, talk to your parents, talk to your family.
Go ahead, Drew.
I mean, Well, yeah, no, Ben's right. That's got to be. I mean, yeah, it's great. It's a lifetime dream playing the NFL, but if you can't talk and you're paraplegic and you're in a hospital for the rest of your life, I mean, he can be the. I mean, let's get. I think it just needs to make a thorough medical decision. I think the NFL needs to run him through every possible check there could be before you let him back on because it was scary. Both those times he got hit, he was hurt.
But Drew, he's
So
been out
that's
for
just, yeah,
what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks now, 4 weeks?
yeah.
Yeah, but they're just gonna let him go home and go. I don't think they're trying to push him at this point.
Yeah, but he hadn't passed protocol yet. So my thing is this: they've got to have Tua to beat Buffalo. They're not going to beat Buffalo without
Oh, yeah.
Tua. So if they could have played
They
him,
weren't going to beat Buffalo with him either.
well,
Let's
but I'm
go
just
ahead and
saying they
say
got
that.
more of a chance with him than they do without
It
him.
would have been
Right.
sweet to have Teddy in there.
Teddy's got a
Yeah.
broken finger
Well-
from trying to tackle
I
somebody.
know, that's what I'm saying. It would have been sweet if they would have had him. I feel like he would have gave him at least a decent shot.
He may be
Go
the
get
backup.
Baker. You go get Baker Mayfield, and he could put 4 teams out of the playoffs.
Oh my God.
Shit, I bet Brett Favre would come back. And
Sorry
give him a
about that.
shot.
Little Baker Mayfield dig.
Dude, you cannot. You've been on Baker. Leave Baker alone, man. Baker touchdown, not Maker.
And then I also saw for the Bills, Micah Hyde and Jameson Crowder both started practicing again today.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, they
They're my
got.
pick to win it. They're my pick to win it. So
Yep. And then I know the Cardinals are looking to sell DeAndre Hopkins.
The who?
I read that today. The
Cardinals?
they're trying to trade
Hopkins
DeAndre.
is shopping him.
Wow.
Yeah, they're shopping him out. He still has 2
Boy,
years.
if you're the Chicago Bears, do you not think about that right there? I mean,
That'd be awesome.
Could you get DeAndre Hopkins up there in Chicago for that first round pick?
Could you not? Yeah, just trade him that first rounder because they got a couple. So I mean,
Yeah.
trade him that.
I mean,
Get DeAndre.
Is DeAndre Hopkins worth the number 1 pick in the draft?
Nope.
Nope.
He's not.
Okay.
I don't think he is,
Right.
but they don't have very much luck hitting any
Now,
picks with what they
my
do.
deal
But
is
that may
this.
not be all they get, right?
I know you got to give me a
Yeah.
bunch
something
more.
else, too.
You
They
got to give
may
me a
get
bunch
the
more.
Cardinals. Get the Cardinals pick
Give
and
me-
DeAndre Hopkins.
And Buda Baker.
Yeah, some
something
yeah.
like
Buda
that.
Baker.
Yeah, and then I saw Sean McVay's offer for that he got offered this last year. You know, because they're talking about him not coaching anymore. He got offered last year $20 million to call 15 Thursday night games by Amazon. Allegedly, that's what I read. But
yeah. Did you catch the? Sorry to interrupt you, Ben. Did you catch the? Did you catch the Colin Cowherd little?
Yeah,
sidebar
spill about
today
that. Yes,
on that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. How funny is that story about the Harlem Globetrotters?
That was hilarious, dude. That was good stuff right there. Hey, can you imagine 8 years old walking around the corner in the alley? You see 10 black guys smoking cigarettes.
He said we don't get the A-team Globetrotters. We get the C-team Globetrotters, and they're drinking Miller Lights and smoking cancer cigarettes. What do you call them? Cancer rockets.
Yeah, cancer. the Flint Tropics. That's what they get.
That was one of the most funniest, hilarious takes ever.
I'm not a huge Colin Cowherd guy, but sometimes he's pretty funny.
Yep.
But Drew, that was a good nugget there because he's facts. It's like,
Yeah, it was.
I want to know what's behind. I don't want to know.
Yep,
there always is.
Yeah.
But I believe. I think Sean McVay is tired.
Yeah, I think so too.
He's tired, man.
Well, on another coaching note, let me ask you guys this: did you see Kellen Moore interviewed for the Carolina Panthers job from Dallas? If Dallas gets beat Monday night, which is a very good possibility, do they fire everybody and go after Sean Payton?
No.
I think you'd have to get him. You'd have to hire him first before you just start firing people.
Well, but the thing is, Sean Payton lives in Dallas.
I think
lives in
McCarthy
Dallas.
gets fired if they lose. If they lose Monday night, I think he's going to get fired.
Well, Jerry said
Sean
that they
Payton
weren't.
has his whole list of like 7 or 8 guys he's already going to bring with him. Like when he interviews, he already says, "I got this guy, this guy, this guy." He already knows everybody that he's bringing. So if that happens and he gets the job, then they're going to clear house.
Hey, if Kellen Moore is interviewing, he may know writing's on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The writing is on the wall right there saying, hey, what are we going to do here? So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting.
I think McCarthy deserves to get fired. I think he does. I think if he loses Monday night, he should get fired. His coaching performance this year has been pathetic. It's been horrendous. I don't care.
If he doesn't smash any watermelons.
He wears me out, dude. He absolutely wears me out. I just don't know how they keep him around. I really don't, Drew. I mean, I really don't. But Jerry.
What I was going to say real quick, just to put a bow on it. Sean McVay, because there's nowhere for him to go right now. Because he was going to go to Amazon, but you got Herb Street and Al Michaels. Then at NBC, you got Tirico and Collinsworth. Then ABC, you got Romo and Jim Nance. Or is that CBS? CBS, you got Romo and Jim Nance. Fox, you had Greg Olson and was it Burkhardt? I think.
Well, isn't Troy? Is that where Troy's? Or Troy's in it? No, Troy's there.
Troy's on ESPN with Joe Buck.
Okay.
So there's nowhere for him to go. So I think he missed that ship has sailed. So I think now he might be.
Well, I don't think that he was ever gonna. He's not gonna jump right into being play by play. I think they put him on a desk,
put him in there.
And Phil Sims, and then get something like that. I think that's where he'd start.
Put a bunch of players around.
He's an analytics guy, and I don't. To me, I mean, I don't know. I've never heard him call a game, but I could see him being more of that kind of role, like Jimmy Johnson does with Fox.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into the NHL and get that deal done, and then I'm out of here so I can go get these little 7-year-olds, man.
There you go.
Out. Stop picking on the kids, Matt. Stop picking on the kids.
Well, hey, what does Faye tell me to do? Go sit in time. What does she call it? Quiet time. What does she call it? Quiet time. Quiet game. Whatever. Yeah, being his daughter they both put me in quiet time.
And Faith is the worst at quiet time.
Yes, well, she put me in quiet time. I can tell you that. She was pretty good at it. I was like, what?
She'll get mad at you.
Dude. It was brutal.
Just wait till you meet her, High Stick Harry. She's a handful.
Oh, she is a handful, brother. She gives that little look like, hey, what you doing? What you saying? Anyway, the Lightning beat the Bee Jackets last night, 6-3.
Yep, like I said, point night. So they beat them up. So just like they needed to. There was a late goal, and the goalie for the Lightning broke his stick in about 5 pieces over the post because they scored with like a minute left, and he was just pissed. It was 6-2, and then they scored with a minute left. That just shows his heart. That's pretty good. Love that.
Red Wings over the Jets, 7-5.
Yep. Good showing again for their goalie, Husso.
Again,
four assists for Sider.
Winnipeg is not ever going to win a championship until they change their team name.
Yep, I think they need to move out of that city too.
Yeah, I mean, what is in Winnipeg? Anybody ever been to Winnipeg?
I've never been to Winnipeg.
I've never have, but I wouldn't mind going.
Fun. I don't know about all that.
Doesn't sound fun.
No, and then of course my Kraken beat the Sabres last night.
Now a 6-game win streak. Over the last 6 games, they've outscored their opponents 30-11.
Hey, put those arms, those multiple arms out there being the Kraken.
They're out there gripping around.
And then
multiple
arms. The Wild got beat by the Rangers in a shootout 4-3.
Yep, big boy Ryan Reeves, he was back at MSG for the first time since getting traded from them, so it was pretty cool to see that. Pretty exciting game. There's some awesome saves. The Rangers 12-2-2 in their last 16, so they're on a nice little run right now.
Sweet. And then of course the Penguins beat the Nucks 5-4.
Yep. Crosby with a big goal, Malkin with 4 points. Canucks were up 3-0 in the first period, and then all came down. The Penguins just pushed it on them.
Devils 5-3 over the Canes.
Yep, it's 4 losses in a row for the Canes. Devils had 2 goals in 18 seconds to close out the second period there, so it was pretty exciting. And then they tied it up at 3 and then just took over in the third, and that was it.
Now, of course, I'm upset about these next 2 games because the first one I'm happy about, the second one I'm not. My Stars won 2-1 in a shootout.
I told you to take the under in that game. That one cashed. That was pretty nice.
Yep.
And then Robo had a nice goal for you guys. Otter and Ned, anytime he's in net, you guys are going to win.
Yep.
But he's the second fastest to get 60 wins in the Stars history now. Eddie Belfour was at 100. Marty Turco was at 112. So he's right in the middle of those 2.
Right, sweet. And then, of course, Drew's Blues.
The Blues. Big win. They needed it.
Yeah,
Jordan Benner. And
21, 18, and 3, boys. We ain't selling nothing.
Got to keep going. Got to keep it rolling.
Dude, we're buying. Hey, Drew, tell them, Ben, they're not going to keep this rolling. They're going to go ahead and sell it off. Just tell them, Drew. Help
if they post up like a 7-3 in their next 10, they're going to keep everybody. They're going to push them for those playoffs. They might even make a trip for somebody else. But. If they go
Ben
3-7
knows.
in their next
Ben
10,
knows what happens when you play the Blues in the NHL
Oh,
Finals.
my
Ben
God.
knows.
it's scary. They go on runs at the end of the year. They had a big fight in practice that year. They won the cup, and that's what changed their whole team dynamic.
Yep.
Like 2 of the guys had a massive fist fight in practice, and then they went on like a 16-3 run or something in the season, and then they ended up winning the cup.
So one of them did sucker punch the other one. That didn't happen?
Nope. No, they squared up and fought in the middle of everybody, and then it was done.
Oh, that's funny. That's Sharks 4-2 over the Yotes.
Let's move on.
Okay. Hey, he sounded more and more like us, isn't he, Drew?
Yeah.
Panthers 5-4 over the Avalanche.
Big loss for the Avs. They needed that one bad. They're struggling to stay above water. They're drowning a little bit.
Hey, Ben, for the novice hockey watcher that I am, although I do love playoff hockey. I think it's the best playoffs that there is. But
Yes,
how many regular season games is there in a hockey season?
82, same as NBA.
Same as NBA. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Did not know that. So
They do the same thing. They do the same thing where you play every team once at home and once away, and then your divisions and all that stuff, and then you play other divisions. They do the same thing.
Sweet. All right, brothers. Well, hey, tomorrow we're gonna get together. We have our show, and then I'm not sure about Friday. I'll let y'all know because I'm going to see my little dude, and Drew and I we gotta get together tomorrow anyway. So you and I gotta get together tomorrow, Drew. But anyway, I appreciate you two guys. I'll call you afterwards, Drew, on my way to the gym. So anyway, you guys be good. Appreciate y'all. Good show today, and I'll see y'all both. Talk to y'all both tomorrow.
All right, boys. Have a good one. Cheers.
Go Big Red.
Oh, my God. You want to throw something in there too, Ben? You want to throw in some nonsense too, Ben?
I'm out of here, bub. You have a good one.
All right. Peace out. That's
Take
my
care.
boy.
Hey, Ben. Hey, I think we're going to have I think Thursdays for ESPN Hockey Night, we're going to have the High Stick Harry Hook. We get
High
you
Stick
2
Harry
teams. The High Stick Harry Hook.
I'm in.
Oh,
I'll let you know.
Well, you know what? I'll come up with something for that tomorrow. We'll start that tomorrow. So get your hook. We'll do that to the High Stick Harry Hook. Unbelievable.
All right, boys.
All right, fellas.
Cheers. All right, boys. Have a good night.
Thank you, guys. Hey,
you too.
Thanks, guys. That was my guy, Drew Hinthorn of HuskerDrewPicks.com, and then High Stick Harry, which is what Drew calls our guy, Ben Dillman. Anyway, want to thank those guys for being on today, and then also want to thank Lindsay and Nettie Shadid for allowing us to come here to Ned's today. Enjoyed the show. It's fantastic. Appreciate everything that they do for us. And by the way, on Wednesdays, it is Wings Wednesday. You can see where I was just grubbing up everything. I had wings and rings on my plate today. They are closed on Mondays, open Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 11 a.m. to 12 a.m., Thursdays and Fridays, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., Saturdays from 10:30 to 2 a.m., and then Sundays 10:30 to 3. They're closed early, and then their catering is absolutely fantastic. You can call them at 405-810-0208. That's 810-0208. Want to thank them for allowing us to come in once again. Appreciate it. And I want to thank all you guys. I want to thank all you all, too, for once again supporting the Unpopular Hour. And, of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark.